Excuse me. Hello, beautiful soul, beautiful souls, ladies, gentlemen, whoever's tuning in to this video. Welcome to my channel. This video, I would really like to dive into self-expression and self-expression in many forms, many different ways and areas of our life. But I want to share a lot of my story, a lot of my journey with self-expression. I'm inviting you now, as weird or different as it may seem to you, let's just take 3 deep breaths here. Just take 3 deep breaths. And often we tend to breathe up. Let's breathe down into here, our ribs and belly. Let's breathe in there. And if it feels right to you, of course, inviting you to just close down your eyes if that feels right, and if it's safe to do so. We're just going to breathe in all the way through our nose and exhale out of our mouth with a noise or a sigh or a sound, whatever feels right to you. It's not right or wrong. Breathing all the way in and out. Last one. Let's just make it count. Let's fully arrive right now. Letting it all out. Grounding yourself right now, right here. Welcome to life. We're here. And I want to say thank you for watching, for clicking on this video. It means a lot. I feel like my message is really powerful, and I'm really grateful to have you here to be listening. It's really cool. You're pretty cool for that. So, I grew up a lot in my life, very held back from expressing myself in a lot of different ways. To keep it pretty straightforward and honest with everybody, I was told a lot of my childhood, majority of my upbringing, that I was not allowed to cry. I was not allowed to be angry. I was not allowed to be sad, confused. I wasn't allowed to feel anything. And being a young individual, just a child, a boy who had no idea what was right or wrong, he didn't know what he was meant to do, he just did what he was told, and he lived by that. So, when he was annoyed at his siblings, or his game, or anything, and he started to get angry, he'd get punished, and then he would cry, and a lot of the time he didn't feel like he could actually express himself, because he was told, you can't, don't do that. It gets really deep. So, if I haven't already, trigger warning. This is my true, vulnerable, honest journey and story that I'll be sharing on here. So, a lot of that stuff. So, it was really damaging. I didn't realize what was actually holding me back. And it was just the fact that I was told that I couldn't express myself. So, this ended up following out into schooling. I wasn't behaving properly because all of that anger, sadness, everything was showing up in different areas of my life just out of the blue, because I was suppressing so much of it. I didn't give myself the opportunity to actually feel it, because that's why we have emotions, right? And basically, my friendships, I had friend groups that I didn't quite feel like I could express myself toward. Just laughing, I felt really self-conscious about that. I thought I sounded like SpongeBob, and maybe I did. And it could be a funny thing, but I didn't want it to be. I didn't want it to be heard. I just didn't like the fact any of my expression, and even what I look like. And it comes up for me every now and then. My hair, what I sound like, how I laugh, and how I express myself. It's still there, but it's a lot more healed. And I'm a lot more compassionate for myself. I can show up for myself. And I'll get to how I came to that point in a second. So pretty much I couldn't talk to women at school, and what I found especially was that when I was talking to them, it was on social media, sending text messages, sending snaps, until it came to school, and I was like, oh, I can't be myself. I don't know what to do here. My self-expression. So I feel like a lot of us can resonate with this, right? And not to say this all stems from what's going on at home, but even just the social norms, conditioning, programming that was programming me. It all has its own role, but it was the fact that I didn't feel like I could express myself. So that's where it stemmed from for me. Now, as I've progressed through this journey, to nearly 3 years later, in the self-development space, understanding myself, just connection to myself, come to learn that why would I have emotions? Why do I have emotions? Were they to be felt? My emotions are to be felt, but I didn't feel like I could because I thought it was wrong. And I love myself for that, because he was just doing what's right, what was right for him. And I came to realize that wasn't actually right, and it was stopping me from being myself in a lot of areas of my life. And if that is affecting you, then the rest of this video is really gonna benefit you. Essentially, your emotions are valid. Your emotions are beautiful in whatever form they come in. And especially as men, as born, you can consider yourself a boy, but you're a man to some degree, right? 18 years old, may look 15, 16. I'm a man. I own that shit. I wasn't always like that. So I gave myself permission to feel my emotions. But men don't. But you're a man if you cry. You're a man if you react. No. You're just human. And that's the thing, we're just human, right? The human experience is to feel. That's why we have our senses. That's why we have everything that we get to experience. To feel it. And to feel it is to heal it. I'm going to touch on that. So, to feel it is to heal it, right? What I got to learn from doing breath work, for example, was I was tuning into my body, getting out of my mind, and I was like, I would drop into what is present for me right now. What's present for my body right now? I'm starting to notice a lot of anger come up within me. I'm feeling really angry. And what I did there was, a long time I suppressed it, but what I found was if I just express it, then what happens, right? So what I would do is I'd get a pillow and I just went and shit on this pillow. I just went so angry on this pillow. Why did I do that? Why I did that was so that the energy in my being, maybe a part of me that didn't get to express itself, could express itself. I was creating a safe space for myself to get angry. And to create and hold that space for yourself, that means removing all stories, all the ideas, all of the things that you used to make up about these emotions, these feelings. Which is exactly what I had to do. It's exactly what I did. I allowed myself to express and feel what needed to be felt without a story. And sometimes literally took 30 seconds and I was like, whoa, okay. I just allow myself to do slow deep breaths into my parasympathetic, and just come out of it slowly, being slow with myself. And I was like, that tension's gone now. I don't have to feel that tension. I don't have to feel that block from the thoughts that allow me to be motivated, that allow me to be worthy. And I keep coughing because I just came out of a breathwork session that I was crying in. I know, crying, he's crying. Maybe these things may be coming up for you, these thoughts of contemplating everything I'm saying, questioning it, and that's completely normal. But I invite you to get curious and remain open. Breathing, noticing that your breath anchor you into the moment, anchor you into what's coming through. And maybe I'll throw in these pauses, and these pauses are so that you can just digest what's this information coming through your device. So crying was really powerful as well. That was a huge thing. So I noticed I was doing a lot of my breath work and little bits of tears would come up for me, and I'm like, it's interesting. And I went to a workshop about 1 week ago. Last weekend I went to a workshop, a men's workshop, my very first, after nearly 3 years, on the self-development journey, and it was so powerful. I grew up without a father figure and a masculine figure to look up to. So to get together with brothers, well, these random men I didn't even know, that I didn't realise would soon become brothers, and we would all feel and express everything. As confronting as I was, I feel free, right? So what I found that was that anger that most men suppress, that anger pushes down our sadness, our grief, pushes all of that down. It's above it, the anger. That's why when a lot of us react, it's anger, because we don't get to feel that other stuff. It's the first thing that comes up. So anger is really powerful to express in a safe space, and realizing that this is a powerful form. This isn't good or bad. It just is what it is, and it's powerful. Use your anger to your advantage, right? So expression, self-expression is powerful. So being able to express your emotions responsibly, right? So responsibly. So that's responsibility. That's your ability to respond to your emotions when they come up. Respond, don't need to react, because you have this awareness. Notice your emotions and come back and create a safe space for yourself to feel them. And this is going to be a really exclusive little offer here. And I wouldn't usually do this, but I've been feeling really, really called to. I'm going to make a guided breath work for you boys, men, to do a breath work, dive into these emotions and feel what you haven't been letting yourself feel. It's a safe space. It'll be out in about a week or so, and I'm really honoured to be sharing that. And even working with myself personally, we can dive into that as well. So what I noticed, so after that workshop I got to get angry, and then I actually got to cry. And this afternoon I've been crying about, not even like dramatically, but letting it to just flow out. And it's been really centered around my gratitude for where I am in my life and the people that I have in my life, have around me in my life. And I just cried in gratitude. I just let myself. That was so powerful. To finish this off here, I'm just gonna finish off my journey and my story. I basically got to, through expressing myself, through expressing my emotions, creating safe space for myself to be authentic, real and raw and angry and sad and confused and feel the human experience. I have been able to express myself so much more authentically around people I don't even know. There's still a journey ahead, but I'm going out to communities I get really nervous about going to, but I trust myself because I can create a safe space for myself to express what I've been holding back. And I've been able to, now I have my own clients. I'm making moves that I never thought that I would be making, just from feeling what I never thought that I could feel. So it's just my invitation to you. You are worthy of feeling without needing a story, without needing anything attached to it. Just letting yourself feel in your human forms, whatever they look like. And coming back to your heart and being like, hell yeah, I did that. I did that. I got to show up for myself, feel what needed to be felt. I'm the G. You are the G. You have got this. Believe in yourself. No one can stop you. Don't even let yourself stop you. Come from your heart. Open your mind. You are worthy. True to yourself. You got this. Subscribe if you haven't. It's kind of funny saying that. Down below, and comment down below what's come up for you. This space is respected, and any disrespect that shows up, we're gonna love that person. Whoever's disrespecting, we're gonna send them love. I love you. So it's been quite a long one. Didn't think the video would be this long, but if you're still here, comment down below. Sub. You're a king or a queen. I'll catch you next time.